like moved my Lego box. Okay. Hello, Internet. I have returned. Should I have returned? I don't really know. So, as all of you know, I do gaming on this channel. I never really show my face, yes. I never really showed my face prior to this, but I am now. This is my mug. This is all also completely unscripted, if you couldn't tell from like the unnatural pauses and random bits. However, I'm just going to be taking this time to explain what the future of this channel holds. I, as you can clearly see, am now getting into model railway making. It's not going as well as I planned. Bachmann is really expensive. Holy crap, I cannot afford a Thomas the Tank Engine at this current day and age. Price compels me. And as you can see from this, I've gotten a few other Lego sets as of late. I have a few back here on the shelf under the game collection here. I have some minifigs all displayed. I have the Batmobile back there, Iron Man mech, stuff like that. And also the disarray of stuff that I should probably fix here, but who knows when I will. I'm just probably going to be doing a lot more animation on the channel, since that's what I've been getting into recently for 2D, 3D, and stop motion more specifically. I've always been in love with the idea of stop motion. I've always enjoyed it as a profession, a hobby, and so much more, including voice acting, since I've also recently been applying for different characters for different projects. I've applied for Shadow the Hedgehog, Luigi, Ralsei, Gaster, characters like that. Mostly video game characters, but also original for other people's projects. We're going to turn the speed up here. But for the most part, animation, gaming, trains, and voice acting are my special interest at the moment. I'm still going to be doing gaming videos, probably just not as frequently. I have a couple in the works currently for Bowser's Fury videos that I will get around to editing eventually, but for the time being, I think I might do a couple animated shorts just to test the waters, see how the general public reviews to them, and see what I can do from there. This channel has had some rocky time, as you can tell. I'm going to take off my headphones here just to really emphasize this. This channel has had a rocky lifetime, to put it simply. I started off doing live streams back in 2023 for the release of Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Initially streaming Kirby's Return to Dreamland to hype up the release, and I actually bought the pre-order version of Return to Dreamland Deluxe, which had absolutely nothing. I did the digital version, since I was like, yeah, I want to get this digital version. I want to have the day it comes out without waiting for people to, actually get it to me. So I got the pre-order version, and then later on when it released, I decided to speedrun Nuzlocke, whatever it was that I did, and that, I got like 2 hours into Nutty Noon. I should probably finish that too. I probably do want to finish that, actually. And then I went to doing an art stream in April 2nd, since it was a big deal that day. Not gonna go into why, since police and all that, but just know April 2nd was just a huge time of my life during this period of time. And then later on I did more animation on the side, didn't really post any of it on the internet, but I have a lot of different 2D rigged tests. I have hand-drawn, I have a lot of flip notes that I've made on my 3DS. Actually, I am going to get that right now. I love 3DS. You were pretty old, but I have a lot of flip notes on this thing. I spent countless hours animating, voice acting, and doing quite a lot with this simple animation software on the 3DS. But I've been doing a lot of 2D hand-drawn. I've been getting into Blender, but It's very obnoxious to use. I'm wanting to start using Maya just to compare the two, see what I prefer. I feel like I would greatly prefer Maya over Blender. I know both of them have their pros and cons, but I can't afford Maya at the moment, so we're just gonna keep on going with Blender for the time being. But to summarize the channel's history currently, it's in a rocky period since I'm going to be infrequently uploading from a matter of weeks to months or maybe another year. This is generally just a very turbulent time as a teenager, I state. I do have things I want to do for this channel. I genuinely care about it. I do want to continue making videos here on YouTube and for the internet and for all the people here to see. I have very many ideas that I just can't personally go through with. It's not because any moral things, it's not anything to do with drive. Well, actually, I think it might be drive, but I just can't bring myself to actually make these projects alone. I do have some projects where I've gathered a small group of people to help out with writing and voice acting, film, things like that, specifically for my model train making, since I've been wanting to make a Thomas the Tank Engine fan show for a while now, and probably pitch it to Mattel to have a model series rebirth. But that was a dream I had back in 7th grade. I'm a little bit older and I understand the concepts of how to pitch a show now. But I'm still going to try and do so, since I feel like it's going to be worth my time to have something that I can feel like this is something that I did. I've also had a lot of mental issues recently. I'm not going to go too deep, but the biggest one, especially for this career in YouTube that I've been wanting to make for so many years now. I think since 2018 I wanted to make YouTube videos. I started off just recording myself unboxing Lego sets and reviewing them, to gaming, to animation, to eventually training content. But I don't feel pride in my work. I don't have that feeling that a lot of people get, that is, I did this and I feel like I did the world a justice by making this, or I feel accomplished by this work. I don't often feel that way with my writing or my animation, my film, and generally everything. I know how to set up a camera to make just that one frame look nice. I know how to film, I know how to animate, I know how these things work. I've set up all of these different things. I've set up so many different projects that I can't focus on just one of them. I can't really comprehend how many I've started or how many I've gotten ideas for, but I haven't actually gotten to finish or do recently. So take all of this with a slight grain of salt. I've also gotten into 3D printing, and actually I'm going to grab something that shows that I've been leaning into this train stuff. A while back, when I first got my 3D printer, I started making Thomas customs for, well, the show that I was making. I wanted to film with HO models, but realized that it would be too large for me to make a small-scale railway inside of my home. I still can't really do that with the confinements of not being able to move out of my house because I still live with my parents. But I made these models, I sanded them, I primed them, I painted them. For the most part, the running board and chassis still need painting and priming, but I've not really touched Thomas in about a year now, since I've also been going through a lot of social drama, which I'm not even going to get into that can of worms. It's not really worth my time, but this was one of the largest projects that I started, and I haven't finished it yet. I want to finish this one really badly. I love the native blue that I chose for this, but I think I might want to paint it just a slightly lighter blue. But, oh well. I have ambition for this channel. I have drive. I want to make this channel something that I feel confident and proud in. I have many ideas for short films and animations, but I can't get those in yet. I'm still a student. I still have priorities I need to take here at my home. I have people that I care about. And I have to put YouTube on the back burner for the time being. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to post, but it's going to be infrequently and more spaced out than I would have liked. Now, during the breaks, currently I'm filming this over spring break currently, and editing this probably some random Joe Schmo Monday of the week. But probably over something like summer break, or generally a weekend would be a day that I work or post. I do have faith for this channel. I have hope, but I have to pause this, maybe put out a couple of things, but I just need to tone down everything. I need to just take a moment, stop, and realize that I can't not keep going like I am currently. I have a very fast-paced life, to put on top of me not really getting out of the house all that much for social events or extracurriculars. I am currently doing tech theater in my school. I'm in choir. I'm in another choir. I do a lot outside of school, but I don't really leave the house all that often. And I've been wanting to leave the house a lot more, but I don't. But I just need to sit down, look at myself, and just stop for a moment. Just take a break, calm down, and enjoy the simple things. I may be surrounded by all of my little trinkets and plushes and trains and Legos and video games and such, but I just need to take a moment to look back on the things that I created and look at it through a more neutral perspective. I need to see what my works are, what I've done, and how I can improve. I am very critical of myself, so anything I see of my past work or my past self from my entire life, I hate completely, unequivocally. I genuinely hate so many of my past works. But I need to not. I need to look at everything critically, or not as. Like, oh man, this is such a dog crap. Like, you see what I mean here. But I just need to take a moment, look at my work, stop, and look at it through the lens of someone who's never seen my channel before, or who's seen my videos and know my content, but are new to this style of content. I looked back on a lot of my writing recently. I've filled up countless notebooks with so many stories and journal entries of characters that I make up, and so many times I write things that I just realize that I need to stop for a few days. I need to just stop writing and just sit and look over what I've done. I've written to multiple points where my hands start to hurt from how many pages I've written within an hour, which is usually around 6 or 7. But I just need to take a break from YouTube, to put it simply. I know I've not posted in like a year now, but I need to take a break, focus on one thing, and maybe have 1 or 2 side jobs. Currently, voice acting is taking that spot, and animation is that second side job that I can do occasionally, but it's not as high as a priority as voice acting, since I have characters that I've been wanting to do for so long now. Case in point, Shadow the Hedgehog, because I always loved the character. I love the franchise, even if they have dog-watered caves. I'm looking at Sonic 06 and the GBA 15th or 10th anniversary Sonic 1 port on the GBA. But I probably am going to post demo videos of my voice acting on YouTube just to introduce people to my voice acting, to my characters, character impressions, and how I like to interpret them. But I think currently I will put a hold on making gaming content or animation and just stick with voice acting for the time being. I probably am going to be making animatics out of the voice acting I do, but currently as it stands, I'm just going to do that one thing. So, I say all of this just to say, as a moral point, stop for a minute. Just stop what you're doing. Pause this video right now and just take a break. You've been working, you've been trying to do school or take care of your kids or whatever. I don't know my demographic, but take a break. Just stop for social media for a little bit, an hour, 3 hours, I don't know. But just stop, take a moment, go outside, get some fresh air. It's gonna do you wonders. But with all that said, good day, good night, good morning. I don't know when you're watching this, but I hope you have a good day. I found you, faker. I still see what I can do for Shadow the Hedgehog. Goodbye.